Barack Obama, another person who didn't do a damn thing for black people when he was president, believes that black men should set aside our disagreements, set aside our grievances, and just take one for the team. Barack, we've been taking one for the team when it comes to supporting the Democratic Party for decades. And what do we have to show for it? Our inner cities are destroyed. Violent crime is up. We are living in poverty in too many communities across this country. That is the reality of progressive policies in this country and all across America. So no, Barack, I'm not going to support Kamala Harris because you said that is my duty as a young black man. No.
Normally, it is your children or minors that you can instruct, advise, or direct as to how they should think or make decisions. But when it comes to some black men in the United States, it looks like anyone can tell them what to do, and they have no choice but to follow suit. Hello and welcome again to the Edge of Politics podcast. Geopolitical Queen here with today's episode on how some black men in the United States are being denied the opportunity to grow up to be their own men, thanks to some race hustlers in the US. In 2020, when Joe Biden was campaigning, he told some blacks that if they don't vote for the Democrat Party, then they are not black enough. And truly, in one long queue, they all queued up to go and vote for the Democrats. For what reason? They didn't even know. Then they were told that to be men, they had to cry in public like 5-year-old girls. And truly, anytime there was an interview or discussion anywhere, you would see grown-up black men sitting on TV sets crying like 5-year-old girls. They said it was okay to be the imprudent. Then they told them to be matured men, they had to take over the chores of cooking, cleaning their kitchen and bathrooms, taking care of the children, whilst their wives, if they ever managed to have some, goes out with friends to chill. They said that was modern marriage style. Failure to do so implied that men wouldn't be able to see their children again. Here too, the black men succumbed and became the pussies in their own homes. Then they were told again that to be exposed and sophisticated men, they had to agree to their wives inviting their side guys to their marital homes for some good shacks. They said it was entanglement or open marriage. Failure to do so meant toxic masculinity. Who the heck came up with that description at all? Here too, the spineless black men agreed to this nonsense and believed that we are in modern times. So all was great. Open marriage. Who opened the marriage and to whom is it open for? Then the cream to soften the cake was that they should allow their sons to cut off their dicks, swallow puberty blockers, and call themselves Mary Sue, Jane Poney, and the likes. with something they claim are pronouns like him, her, cat, dog, squirrel, bird, etc., etc. Failure to allow their sons to become such experimental guinea pigs implied that they didn't love their sons enough, and that could leave their sons suffering from mental health. Again, the spineless black men in the US agreed to this madness and consoled themselves with the usual claptrap of, well, it doesn't hurt me, so let my son behave like anything he wants. As if all these insults to the sanity and humanity of the black man were not enough. We now have former President Obama, who feels like he is the favorite house N-word, who is allowed and have some exclusive rights to give orders to the failed N-words. That's where he is coming from, most likely. It is now something like, all you N guys should fall in line behind me now. So he screams for those with ears to hear. He really has the audacity to insult black men for not singing praises to his choice of candidate. What the heck is this? Can't the black man in the US ever be capable of thinking for himself and be his own man? Just what is this country really turning into? And when would some black men ever be allowed to grow up to be their own men in this United States? Didn't Michael Luther King, in his famous speech, claim to have had a dream about how blacks would be judged on merit and not by their skin color? So why do these race hustlers like Obama and co keep on undermining MLK and all that for an Indian woman? Could you imagine if Donald Trump had said something similar that Obama said to his white supporters? Wouldn't Trump have been called a racist? So why should we applaud Obama for such dejection? Just take a listen.
Will somebody tell Obama that the jig is up? That we do know he is an anchor baby immigrant, that he is not an indigenous black American, that he's a Kenyan American, okay? And that we don't need none of his lecturing, okay? He don't need to lecture indigenous black Americans, okay? Sit down, Obama. You don't need to try to blame and lecture black men because they don't want to vote for the current VP. You talking about Trump probably has never changed a tire. First of all, you don't look like you've ever changed a tire or have done an oil change your damn self. When you was in office, you gave to LGBTQ because that's who your donors was, and you gave to the dreamers. You neglected the black people you claim you were from. Okay, so somebody please tell Obama to sit down. You're not in office anymore.
So what do you think? Can the black man in the United States be ever allowed to be his own man? Or the identity politics is taking over common sense? Well, kindly leave your comments in the comment section below and thanks for tuning in. I will be back with the next broadcast. Good day.